one of the things that we struggled with a lot was ultimately having the conversation with some of our leaders and making the decision on a go, no go, especially on big projects. So recently, after we had engaged NewtonX, we showed up to one of these meetings with some of the senior stakeholders at the company, and it was one of the few times, as I told the NewtonX team, that we were able to sit down with leadership and with a group of folks whose job is to leave no stone unturned and try to find the hidden pockets of potential areas where we haven't done our full due diligence. We had an answer for every single one of the questions, and the quality and the quantity of the data that we had to support our decision was really unique. So I talked that about as an example of one of the challenges that we've been able to overcome with NewtonX. I think that our biggest challenge, though, still is trying to shift our mentality going from a strategy before research to a strategy with research. So strategy before research very much looks like very, guttural. You go with your original business sense. You're potentially gut checking a few spots here and data points here along the way, but you're very much, flying the plane as you're building it. And you are very much operating under this mindset that the best data point that you can get is actually going out and doing it. And, now that with macroeconomic conditions changing so much and the geopolitical landscape changing too, there's a need to be much more disciplined in our growth and being much more responsible with how we make our bets. And that's, I think, the shift that we're trying to have in our mindset. And then strategy after research looks very different for us. And I think that in a nutshell, what it really looks like is it really allows us to focus the conversation so much more. I think I liken it to you're going from this 180 panorama view where you can just walk in any direction to having a good research partner like NewtonX that can come in and say, out of the 180 degrees, let's focus on these 10 degrees. That's where the actual value is. So it enables you to ask much more in-depth questions, really dig into areas that where the value actually lies.